Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Good morning. Sobia, how are you? Yes, we want to talk a little bit about the latest immigration news. What's really going on? Hello, how are you? Good morning. Timothy P. Joseph, can you hear me? Can you hear me? We have 10 people in the house. Can you hear me? Let me know, because the last time we started talking and nobody was actually listening because they couldn't hear me. How am I doing today? Oh, I'm doing great. Thank you very much. I am doing well. Hi. Oh, thanks, Alice Gorsha. How are you? How are you feeling this morning? Yes, we want to talk a little bit about what's going on with this new asylum restriction at the border, okay? We know that yesterday Biden signed the new executive order basically restraining asylum at the border, basically restricting and restraining people from actually applying for asylum altogether. Really, basically, if you get here illegally, at this point you cannot apply for asylum. Oh, Alice Garcia, nice to hear that. Yeah, I want to pull. Yes, you can hear me. Oh, nice. Thanks. Because last time nobody could hear me. I had to stop and start over at least 3 times, and then some people just got discouraged. I had to do it on my phone. But we want to talk about what's really going on, this new asylum. Let me pull up something here so we can discuss about this new asylum restriction. This new rule, okay? Either way, it looks like it's going to be challenged in court, right? Let me just find it. But if you have a question, just yeah. So if you have a question, just put it in the comment while we are talking about this new asylum rule, okay? So what is going on is we have a new rule. It was signed yesterday, an executive order signed by President Biden. Biden's new executive order denies asylum claims to most migrants crossing the border unlawfully. Well, this is going to be bad. Why? Because under this new order, executive order, migrants who cross without authorization, absent exceptional circumstances, will not be eligible for asylum and subject to expedite removal. So basically, if somebody's at the border, they have to be paroled in. If they just cross like that, they will not be eligible um, for asylum. So pretty much for anything, right? So the new rule raises the threshold to grant an asylum hearing based on a credible fear claim. That is when a migrant manifests fear of prosecution or torture in their native country or country of removal. This restrictions will remain in place until 14 days after the 7th-day average of illegal crossing dropped below 15,000 of people. The measure will go back into effect once the number reaches 2,500. So basically, they're looking at how many people are getting in the state. If it's more than 1,500 people, they're gonna restrict asylum. If it's less, then they're not gonna restrict, right? But pretty much right now, it's just like they wanna restrict it. It's already there. Beyond restriction, this new rule allows permanent resident, unaccompanied children, victims of severe form of trafficking, and other non-citizens with a valid visa or lawful permission to enter the United States. So yeah, Biden is trying to run, Biden is running and is trying to win. So basically, this is going to be to appeal to the American people, because everybody's complaining with this border crisis. Frankly, I will have to prefer so yeah, it's the same rule as the one that President Trump, when Trump was in power, that's the same rule he had in place for several majority Muslim countries. It's pretty much the same thing. So that's what's going on at the border. It's really, yeah. You can go ahead. I can put my screen here. So anybody, let me just pull up my screen so anybody can just see where I'm reading from. Share my screen. Okay. So I'm reading from this article, okay? ABC News. You can get it from here. It goes on and on. Sorry. You can read it pretty much from everywhere. From here too. Yeah. So from everywhere. The executive order was signed yesterday. Let me stop sharing. Okay. So let's see if we have questions here. Timothy, I don't understand the question. When USCIS sends your VAWA to another place and it has filed someone's case, what do you mean? I don't understand the question. So USCIS can transfer your case to a different location. That's what they're doing with those VAWA petitions. Doesn't mean anything. It's just that they're transferring to a different location for processing. Okay? It doesn't mean anything. Yeah, that's what's going on. That's the latest immigration news, really. This new restriction on asylum at the border. That's what's going on. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be challenged in court. But as far as we know, that's what's going on. What else? And another thing I wanted to discuss is the processing time with those I-130 petitions. It's taking way too long for some reasons. If you look at processing time, it's taking way too long for some reasons. Nobody knows why. Okay, so let me share the screen one more time, talk about those processing time. Yeah, processing time here. If you see I-130 petition for alien relative, USCIS filing for spouse, parent, or child. If you look at the service center, you put all service centers, it's showing 14 and a half months. But if you look at the National Benefit Center, it's showing 38 months. Then if you look at the field office, it's showing 59 and a half months. So who's going to be waiting for all those years? Okay, if you divide, where's the calculator here? If you divide 59 and a half divided by 12, 4 years, almost 5 years, but this is unreasonable. So yeah, at this point, if you're trying to file a lawsuit, you have a good basis for it, because 5 years for an I-130 petition for a U.S. citizen, spouse, parent, or child under the age of 21, that's way too long. Let me see something else. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, anybody else? We are just here to answer some questions. We already talked about what's really going on. If anybody else has a question, I can take it. Just put it in the comment. I'm just here to wait for questions, okay? You can put it in the comment. Yeah, if you have a question, just put it in the comment. I'm just here to wait. If you have a question, just put it in the comment so we can answer your questions. This is the time we are here to take questions, pretty much help you out if you have anything that you need to do in terms of your immigration case. Yeah, anybody else has a question? If we don't have a question, we can just stop and come back later. Oh, we have a question here. Hi, can I get back to F1 without leaving the country? Yes, if you, it depends, right? Did you overstay? It's going to depend. You're going to file for reinstatement. But usually reinstatement, you have to leave the country and come back. But depending on how long you stay unlawfully present, leaving the country is it's a big no. So I'm not sure if what is the lapse, like basically how long have you overstayed your visa? How long did you overstay the visa? Hello, hello, Hori, how are you? So many, who says, so many, can someone be exciting while we see? Yeah, you receive the receipt first, right? Then you receive a prima facie letter, determination. That's it. Then you wait, right, for the approval. Uh, so depending if it's only the I-360, you might receive a biometric. You receive the receipt, biometric, then the prima facie determination. Then you wait for the approval. But the biometric it's really going to depend. Oh, you graduated in 2020, but you have been on asylum pending system. Yeah, that's not gonna work because of unlawful presence. Because when asylum is pending, technically you don't have a status. So applying for reinstating the student visa, it's not gonna work because basically you are in violation of your student visa. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna work out. After the motion was granted, I reached out to USCIS regarding pending AOS. Okay, and what they said. Ola Coolidge and Pedi, what they said. Did you talk to somebody? Are they gonna reopen your case? Can someone who have asylum pending before filing for VAWA 2? Timothy, Timothy Joseph, you have multiple questions. We're not sure what's really you're trying to accomplish with your questions. Do you have VAWA pending or do you have asylum pending? Those are two different cases. So if the question is you asking if you can file both cases, it's gonna depend on the validity of the case. If you have a valid asylum claim, of course you can file it, but the question becomes, did you file it within 1 year of your physical presence? If you're filing it after 1 year, you have to have good reasons, otherwise it's just going to be denied. So it's you have two separate claims. So every claim has its own basis in terms of requirements. You're helping your friend to ask the question. So your friend should come here and ask the question themselves, because I don't understand the question either. They say it's currently waiting for the case to be adjudicated. Yes, just wait. Ola Kunle, Jempeji, just wait. It's gonna get adjudicated at some point. There's really nothing you can do, right? You just wait, because you already sent them the motion to reopen. I hope they already reopen it, Now they're just waiting for somebody to look at your case. If they haven't reopened it, you have to keep talking to them until they reopen it. Because if they reopen it, it's going to show in the system that the case has been reopened, and they're processing it. If you put your receipt number in the case status, it has to show that the case is open and it's being processed. If it only shows administratively closed, it means they haven't reopened it yet. You have to keep talking to them until they reopen it. Okay. Okay. Enos mood, H mood. You have a case with BIA for 7 months now, and you don't know how long you're gonna have to wait. What type of case? Is it a motion to reopen or an appeal? It's gonna depend on what type of case you have with BIA. If it's a motion to reopen, if it's a joint motion to reopen, currently those joint motions are taking between 8 to 9 months. If it's an appeal, yeah, it takes too long. Yeah, I've seen people waiting for 4 years with BIA. If you're lucky, maybe in 2 years they're gonna respond to you, but BIA takes too long. You just have to forget about it until one day you're gonna see the decision in the mail. Yeah, especially with appeals. Yeah, it takes too long because they have to read it. They have to read it and figure out if they can remand the case back, or if they're just gonna maintain the judge decision. And they have a lot of cases like that. So yeah, just forget about it at this point, really. But just know that they're gonna respond eventually, because they have to. At some point you're gonna get a response. But if you want to know how long it's gonna take, nobody knows. Nobody's gonna tell you. Even if you call them, they're not gonna tell you. They're just gonna say, oh, we're working on it. That's it. Yeah, anybody else? Yeah, Mitopi Joseph. Yeah, if your friend is asking about filing both petitions, well, basically, both have petition must be valid claim. But when it comes to asylum, if it's late and you don't have a valid reason as to why you're filing late, it's just gonna get denied, even if the claim is valid. So that's what you can tell your friend. Anybody else? If we don't have a lot of questions at this point, I guess we are going to stop and come back later. Okay, I've contacted my. Oh, your case is still active. Oh, okay. Then just wait. That's all you can do. Wait. At some point they're gonna respond. So I've contacted my local congressman to check on my case. Do you think it's a good idea? Yeah, it's a good idea. So it's a good idea because you want them to read your case and give you the response. But the congressman is not gonna influence anything as far as the decision is concerned. So you just want them to help you out so that BIA can give you the response sooner than later. Basically, that's the point of contacting them. That's it. You're welcome, Timothy. You're welcome. You're welcome, H mode. Who else? If we don't have a lot of questions, we are going to stop here and start back later. Maybe come back again. By the way, please like and share. Oh, my computer just froze for some reason. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Last time was the sound. Now it's. I think this StreamYard is currently not working. I'm gonna have to stop and come back again, okay?